Is Daniels. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They work now on 2nd and 9. Hill going to go in motion right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Touchdown! Tua fighting his old Alabama teammate Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Daniels looking to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Noah Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Cougar 19.
To the air goes Daniels. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 40 yards. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Tua now running right on the option. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Come on, 2. Hey, 21G.
Looking to pass. Tua. Open net is Waddle, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
16, Commanders 6.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
In motion, Hill. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And that one not fooling anyone. It'll go down as a completed pass, but it will lose a big chunk of yardage. Now Tua going to change the play. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here comes a reverse. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Hill shedding the tackle. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Down the sideline he goes, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 36 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone, and that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And how about this? Here comes a reverse. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
32 stands.
From the gun, it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Boom! Still fighting for tackles. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Second and a couple. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Daniels. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Throwing now is Daniels. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Phillips able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
And he is going to have a Commander's 1st down, and it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking for the climb, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They give to Achane on the option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 10. Hill going to go in motion right. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
2 yards on the pickup.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
Here's Daniels. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Ready, set.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Set it. Set go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Tua. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense. When Tua gets out of the pocket, you're worried about him scrambling and getting a 1st down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Turbo 1 high. Turbo 1 high. Ready. Out.
Running right on the option is Tua. They run with Mostert off the option. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Here comes 2nd down. Tua, option handoff now to Achane. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On 1st down, back to Achane. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Throwing Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Solo left side out.
Here's Tua. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Now Tua. He's going to let it fly. And this one is incomplete. They for with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. They shakes him off. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Got him in. It's Brown. And he will have a Commander's first down, and that should just about do it. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Come on, come on.
The 75-yard line.
Ready, ready?
To the air goes Daniels. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Oh, they'll try to run a reverse here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's 1st down.
21G. Ready, shot?
Here's Tua. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon,